Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today is the 19th of May 2021. If I can start with the usual request for a favour, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel, that'd be excellent. I'd appreciate that. Okie dokie. Today we're looking at Distrainers. Now that might be a daft name, but Distrainers were around one of the original New Wave of British Heavy Metal bands. Bit under the radar, from Leicester, formed in, if I remember rightly, I think it was about 1977 and lasted a few years. You might not remember them too well because they only put out one single, but they were an excellent band, and now, some 40 years after they were around, we've got this CD, limited edition CD that's been issued recently, England's Green Unpleasant Land. And let me just tell you, Distrainers, marvellous band. You know, they might have come and gone without too much fanfare and only that one single, but man, they had it all. They really did. And like it says on the CD itself, it's a vintage new wave of British heavy metal sound, and play it loud, and that's what you need to do. You know, whilst the style is proper heavy stuff, oh yes, they were quite adept at building in harmony and melody without losing any of that power, and things had a generally a more nuanced feel than just bludgeon for the sake of bludgeon it. Some excellent guitar work. There's much more going on here than crank it up to 11 and play fast. It's kind of quirky in places, which just adds to the enjoyment for me. But the band itself, you know, a few lineup changes, well, more than a few, I think, and seemingly not much interest from record labels meant that the band kind of fractured and went their own ways. I think it was around about 1981. But what we've got here is that single, that solitary single from 1979, Say Goodbye, which is a nice, catchy, hard, melodic rocker. And that also on that is a track called Spies in Your Eyes, which is a bit weird, but very good, slightly spiky, perky, bit punky tinged, and some bizarre lyrics, but it's really excellent. And in addition to that, on the CD, we've got a number of demos that the band recorded at various times. That 1977 demo is the first track that they ever did lay down, Minor Affair. Excellent, moody, catchy song. Then from the 1980 trio, on that demo, we've got that's a bit of a step up from that Minor Affair. Dardanelles, well constructed, bit hypnotic, bit of a throbbing feel to it. On the Rocks again, fast paced, hard hitting rocker, excellent, and Saving My Love rocks hard as well. Then we've got the 1981 demo, half a dozen songs on that, and this for me is arguably the best efforts. They recruited a second guitarist. I think he was 16 at the time, Chris O'Shaughnessy, and man, that gave the band more options, a bigger sound, and the guitar work steps it up a notch. It's marvellous. You know, O'Shaughnessy could certainly play. Last of those songs, we've got like Last Rat, sorry, a proper tour de force, heavy riffs, scorching solos. Do It Tonight is one of the band's faster-paced melodic efforts. Japan is delivered with some really venom and power as that speeds along really fast. Metal Boys, huge rocker, more of that superb guitar work, chunky riffing, and the melodic under element is always there as well amongst the power. Such a pity that a band with the chops Distrainers had back around 1980. Such a shame that they didn't ride the new wave of British heavy metal wave to bigger things. But with these demos, we now finding the light of day. We can enjoy the band as we can. The however to that being that the CD is a limited edition run, and it might be hard to locate. It was only issued recently, a little bit earlier on this year, and I stumbled on mine almost by accident maybe a couple of weeks ago after seeing it on the obscure Nawabum Releases website. Check that out if you've not already. I've found all sorts of stuff on there. However, Obscure and the Wobbin releases is sold out of Distrainers, and I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I guess I'm lucky to get a copy. However, I did find a Bandcamp page which has the album CD still shown on there, together with a 4-track abridged digital version of it. So I'll put a link to that Bandcamp page in the description below, so you can go and check it out and see if they do still have some of the CDs available, or if you want a 4-track abridged version digitally, that's there as well. There's 4 songs on it. But do check out Distrainers. They said they flew under the radar, bit obscure, not that well known. Such a shame, but this collection of demos and that single shows how good they were, and really how good they could have been if things had been different. So, as I say, link to the Bandcamp page underneath in the description, so you can check that out and see if there's any left. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.